Okay, so, is this the right page? 37. Okay, find the slope and the y-intercept. Which one is the slope? The one by the x. So the 7 is the slope. What letter do we use for slope? M. So my M is 7. My B is 2. Okay, this is my slope. This is my y-intercept. Okay, 39. Write it in slope-intercept form. So it's going to look like y equals mx plus b. Okay, where the m is my slope, the b is the y-intercept. So it should be y equals 1/2 x plus 1. You guys better write fast today because I'm scrolling with or without you. Okay, 41. Okay, write it in slope-intercept form. So you're gonna do two things. You're gonna subtract the x's, and then you're gonna divide by the y. Okay. So you're gonna say minus 9x on both sides. So I'm gonna write my problem over here because I probably should have put my notes somewhere else, but. So I'm going to say minus 9x. So I get 7y equals, okay, you can say 20 minus 9x, but it really should go minus 9x plus 20. Okay, so those ones don't get put together. Remember, we write them in a straight line. Okay, and then divide by the number that's by the y, which is what? What's the number next to the y? 7. So you're going to divide every piece by 7. Okay, what is negative 9 over 7? Type it on your calculator. What is negative 9 over 7? Hello, let's go. What is
Negative 9 7.
Negative 9 over 7. Okay, what is 20 over 7? Does that simplify or no? I don't know. 20 over 7. Okay, so if they do reduce and it gives you something else, then write down the number that it gives you. In this case, we got the exact same thing. Okay, 43 says sketch the graph of the line. So it needs to be in slope-intercept form in order for us to graph it. So we start with the b. So in this case, it says y equals 4x. Is there a b? There's no n piece, so what is the b if there's no b?
1.
A 0.
Oh.
Okay, so put a 0 here, and that's what we're going to plot first. So we go to 0 and put the dot. Then I'm going to go up 4 and over how many?
1.
Over 1. So up 4 over 1, and I need a positive line, so it's going to be right here. Okay, 45 is going to be just like 41. You're going to subtract the x's and then divide by the y's, okay, in order for us to solve it. So it's going to look like 1x minus 2y equals 0. Okay, so we're going to subtract the x's. So you're going to say minus 1x from both sides. Minus 1x minus 1x. So we're going to get negative 2y equals negative 1x. You could say plus or minus 0. That's totally up to you. And then divide by negative 2. Okay, so we're going to get y equals, what is negative 1 over negative 2? 1 over 2. So we're going to get 1 over 2x. 0 over negative 2 is still 0. Okay, so it's going to be plus or minus 0. Okay, so where's my first dot going to go? On 0, so put it on 0, and then we're gonna rise how many?
2.
1, and run how many?
2.
2. Okay, so my line's gonna look like that. We got 9 left. Okay, 47 says write the point slope form of the line. Okay, so it looks like this, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. You will need that formula, so make sure that it's on your paper. Okay, and if we finish early, I'll go back to whatever, or you can take it home and fast forward, rewind, whatever. Take it to whatever notes that you need, okay? Okay, so we're gonna label, so it's gonna look like y minus, what is my y1? -1 equals my m, which is -1/2. X minus my x1 is 2. Is this one finished?
No.
No, why not?
Connect the plus.
We gotta make the minus into a plus, so that's the only reason it's not finished, okay? But now it is. Okay, 49, you're gonna start off for, I guess, step 1, if you had to say it, is gonna be this formula. Okay, your step 2 is gonna be to distribute. And your step 3 is gonna be to either add or subtract, okay? Okay, so we can start off by putting it in point slope, okay? So it's gonna look like x1, y1, and my m. Okay, so y minus 0 equals 2/3 x minus -3. I forgot to put a step, but, okay, so it's kind of given, if you have 2 minuses, change the sign to a positive. So that would be step 2 if you really wanted to squeeze it in somewhere, but, okay, so we need to change this minus into a plus. Okay, our next step is to distribute, okay? So we're gonna you're gonna times each piece by 2/3. So y minus 0 equals 2/3 x plus 2/3 times 3 is gonna be 2. Okay, then are we gonna add or subtract? Subtract or add, it doesn't matter because it's 0, okay? So it's gonna be y equals 2/3 x plus 2. Okay, 51, you're gonna label x1, y1, x2, y2. So your very first one, you're gonna use this formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you're gonna use this formula. Okay, so those are the two that you're gonna use. Okay, so we start off with 2 minus -1 over 0 minus 4. Okay, type that in your calculator, see what you get. -3/4. Okay, and that is my m. Okay, that's what we found was my m. And so now it's just a matter of plugging it in. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus, my y1 is -1, equals my m, we found was 3/4. X minus my x1 is 4. Okay, is this one finished?
No.
We gotta change the minus to a plus, okay? Okay, 53 is the longest out of all four, okay, and it uses every step. So if you've got all the other ones, then you're kind of okay, but if you need them, they're up here. You're probably not gonna have time to write them right now, so we can go back to it, okay? But essentially, you're gonna find the slope, do it to point slope, distribute, and then add or subtract, okay? So it's gonna look like 1 minus 3 over 0 minus 3. Okay, and what is that gonna give you? Check that out. Okay. Huh?
2 over 3.
2 over 3, somebody agree? Okay, and then we're gonna say y minus, my y1 is 3, equals 2 over 3, x minus x1, which is also 3. Okay, we don't have any double negatives, so we can go ahead and distribute. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus 3 equals 2 over 3x minus 2. Okay, then am I gonna add or subtract?
Add.
Add 3 to both sides. Okay, so we get y equals 2/3 x plus 1. Okay, 55, it says write the point slope form. So you're gonna say y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, what do you do with a parallel slope? What does a parallel slope do? We keep it the same. What about a perpendicular?
You have to change.
Flip it.
You gotta flip it and change it, okay? So perp, you need to flip and change. Yeah, parallel, you keep the same. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus, my y1 is 5 equals, this is a bad problem, but on this one, my slope is gonna be 0, but, okay, so 0, x minus, my x1 is negative 2. Okay, so on this one, you would use 3, okay, negative 3. Okay, 57 says perp, okay, so it's gonna look like y minus negative 5 equals, what is gonna be my new slope? I need to flip and change it.
9 over 5. Negative 9 over
Negative 9 over 5, x minus 5.
Don't we add the
Yep, change that to a plus. Okay, 59 through 62 is gonna be to use that point slope formula. And then distribute. And then add or subtract. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus negative 4 equals, this was when we say parallel or perp? Parallel, so we're gonna keep it the same, so negative 1 over 6, x minus negative 1. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and change them. And then we gotta distribute, so y plus 4 equals negative 1 over 6x minus 1 over 6. Okay, and then am I going to add or subtract? Subtract 4 from both sides. And I don't know what that is, so somebody's going to type it. What is negative 1 over 6 minus 4? Negative 25 over 6. Okay, so cross 61 and 62. If you know how to do these ones, then you can do the other ones, okay, purpose, just flip them, okay, that's the only difference. Okay, and then lastly, positive and negative or no correlation. What does no correlation look like?
It's all over.
It is all over the place. What about if they're going down? They're negative. If they're going up, they're positive, okay? So, is this negative, positive, or none?
Negative.
It is definitely negative.